What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good day to you. And we talking about the best time zone to watch sports. I ran across this interesting graphic as you see behind me, and I thought this would be a cool segment to dig a little deeper in. So we're going to talk about that here in this segment. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the follow button. First off, let me say I'm in Texas. I'm in the Central Time Zone, and I've predominantly lived in the Central Time Zone all of my life. I've never lived on the East Coast, never lived on the West Coast. I've traveled to the West Coast, obviously. Never lived in the Mountain Time Zone as well. So all of the times that I've been watching sports I've been in the Central Time Zone. Again, we're right around the corner from the NFL about to jump off. We got the baseball season is still in effect, and we got the Olympics about to kick off too in a couple of weeks. So when and what time and where you can watch it is very important. So I ran across this article on Awful Announcing, and they did a poll asking those which time zone is the best to watch sports. And I'm just going to read a couple of their reactions. Andrew Buchholz would say, he says the Eastern Time Zone. He says that he loves it for the early weekend starts, and he also says that he loves it for weekday nights, where the games don't start until you come home from work or school. Again, that was Andrew Buchholz, who said the Eastern Time Zone works for him. Philip Butt says that he says the Pacific works best because the NFL games end by 3 p.m. and even the latest game ends around 8 or 9 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. So he prefers the Pacific Coast. Now, Matt Clapp would say he's lived in every time zone, and adding everything up, he said that the Mountain Time Zone is probably the most convenient of all the three. He says college football games starting at 9 a.m. and NFL games starting at 10 a.m. is a bit too much for a night owl like himself, though. But he did say, I like the East Coast baseball, basketball, and hockey games start as early as 4 p.m. Pacific time, and the latest games are over before 10 and 11 p.m. So again, he said the Mountain time is probably the most convenient. And I would probably say out of all the 4 time zones, in my personal opinion, probably the Mountain Time Zone probably would be the most convenient. Me personally, I do like I'm a morning person, so I normally get up early. So I would dig watching the NFL game starting at 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. and being over at that time, and then the latest games ending by 8 or 9 p.m. Me personally, the Pacific or the Mountain probably would be the one that works best for me. Eastern, that's just too late of games coming on. You know, you watching the NBA Finals, they starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, Monday night games starting at that same time, 8:20. I don't think I would dig living in the Eastern Time Zone. But again, I'm in the Central, so I kind of get the best of both worlds, would you say? But if I had to choose specifically that I probably would be more convenient and more like the most, me personally, would be Pacific. I'd like to know yours. Which ones would you prefer? Would you prefer the Pacific, Mountain, Central, or Eastern? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that follow button.